Welcome, all my dear student of TYBSc Physics class. In previous lecture, we studied class B operation in details. That means we studied class B push-pull amplifier. We also see how that class B amplifiers is commonly used and why its frequency is 78.5%. We also study some introductory part of class C operations. As I already told you that in class B amplifier, a push-pull arrangement is used and hence class B amplifiers are push-pull amplifier. Whereas with class C, a resonant circuit is used rather than rather than push-pull. What I say, in class B class B amplifier, a push-pull arrangement is used and hence class B push-pull amplifier is very important and all class B amplifiers are push-pull amplifiers. Whereas with C, a resonating circuit or resonant circuit is used for the load, hence all the class C amplifiers are tuned amplifier. We can tune them. And when question of tuning is arise, absolutely the resonant circuit is necessary. So with class C operation, the collector current flows for less than half cycle. Remember that in class A, whole cycle is transistor remains active in whole cycle. In class B, transistor active only half cycle, and in class C, transistor actives only this part of the half cycle. That means what? In class C operation, the collector current flows for less than half cycle. A parallel resonant circuit can filter the pulse of collector current and produce a pure sine wave output voltage. Okay. So class C amplifier is used with tuned RF amplifier. Class C is used with tuned RF amplifier. The maximum efficiency of a tuned class C amplifier is 100%. This is very notable thing. 100%. Class A 25%, class B 78.5% efficiency, and class C is having 100% efficiency. Okay. We are going to see the circuit diagram of this class C operation. See here, as I told you that there is a tuning circuit. So this is transistor. This is the base of transistor. This is emitter, and emitter is directly grounded. At base, one more resistor is connected for voltage divider, base biasing action, and input signal is given to the base of transistor through this collector C1. Okay. Now there is a tuned circuit. This tuned circuit is connected through this collector of where a tuned circuit consists of inductor L and capacitor C, and positive VCC is provided here in order to or for the operation of the circuit, and output from this collector is connected through this capacitor, another capacitor C, or suppose C1 and C2, and then This is the output. PO. Remember that we can connect a load register, and across this load register we can take the output. We can measure the output. Okay. Remember that if signal is like here, signal is provided like here, signal. Like this. Now output will be in antiphase. Like this output. First cycle is positive of cycle, and here negative of cycle. Second is negative, and second is positive. So here we can say that output is out of phase with input. Output is out of phase, not in phase. Input and output are not in phase. Okay. Now equivalent circuit for this we can also, this is equivalent circuit. In equivalent circuit, again emitter is connected directly to the ground. This is the base, and only base register RB is connected in between base and ground, and there is RS, source register, plus VCC. This is the equivalent circuit for this. Equivalent circuit. And this is circuit of class C operation. Okay. Now, what is the diagram for voltage against frequency curve? I am also going to show the diagram. This is the gain axis, and here this is the frequency axis. This is the frequency response, resonance. Now at this point, at maximum gain, we would having the resonating frequency. This is the maximum gain, A max. Maximum gain. Okay. So this figure is also very important, which represent voltage gain versus frequency response. So in this figure, or this figure, first figure A, figure B, and figure C. Figure A represents, or figure shows, tuned RF amplifier. The base is driven by this AC input voltage, and applied output voltage appears at this point across capacitor C. The amplified, this is the amplified and inverted signal, then capacitively connected. Capacitor is connected in between output and collector. What I say, the amplified and inverted signal is then capacitively connected to the load resistance RL. Due to this parallel resonance circuit, this is parallel resonance circuit. This is parallel resonance circuit. Due to this parallel resonance circuit, the output is maximum. The output is maximum at resonant frequency. Output is maximum at, output means gain. Gain of an amplifier is maximum at resonating frequency. And this resonating frequency is given by Fr is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root L into C. Here L is the inductance and C is the capacitance. On the either side of this FR, resonating frequency, on the either side of FR, voltage gain drops. On the either side, voltage gain drops, as shown in this figure. Hence, a tuned class C amplifier is always intended to amplify narrow band. What I say? On the either side of this resonating frequency, that what happen? The voltage drops, and hence tuned class C amplifier is always intended to amplify a narrow band frequency. And this type of amplifier is ideal. This type of amplifier is ideal for amplifying radio and TV signals, as each station or channel is assigned to a narrow band of frequency on both the side of center frequency. The class C amplifier is unbiased, as shown in this figure. This is equivalent. This is equivalent circuit, but here the class C amplifier is unbiased, shown in DC equivalent circuit like this. The resistance RS is the source resistance, is collector circuit. In the collector circuit, in the collector section, this is series resistor for inductor. Now we are going to see the load line of this circuit. What is load line? In order to draw the load line, we have to measure the current, collector current, with respect to different voltages between collector and emitter. That means here we want to measure the collector current, IC, with different VC. Okay. And then from these readings, take VC along X axis and IC along Y axis, and you will get DC load line and AC load line. So, see here, this figure represent, this is the point IC axis and this is VC axis. This is the cutoff region and this is saturated region. This is the load line. This is AC load line. Okay. Here IC is equal to collector current, that is VCC upon RC. Okay. And here, suppose this is point and this is Q point, here Q. Now this is DC load line and this is Q cell point. Okay, there are two lines. This is DC load line and this is AC load line. How these load lines are drawn, I have told you. In this figure, two load lines, that is AC load line and DC load line. The DC load line is almost vertical. See here, DC load line is almost vertical because the winding resistance RS in equivalent circuit, I raise it, of an RF inductor is very small. What I say why this DC load line is vertical? Because the winding resistance of transformer coil RS of an RF inductor is very small. The DC load line is not important because the transistor is unbiased. The AC load line is important one. This line is very important one. And on this on this DC load line, quiescent point is mu. So I told you that the AC load line is important as shown in this figure. The quiescent point is at the lower end, that is in the cutoff region. And when AC signal is present, the instantaneous operating point moves up. When AC signal is present, then the instantaneous operating point moves up in upward direction. This quiescent point moves up when signal is present. AC signal is present, then quiescent point moves up, moves up along the AC load line towards the saturation point. And the maximum pulse of collector current is given by VCC upon RC. This is the saturation point. Now here we are going to see some important formulas regarding to this circuit, because most of the time number of problems or variety of problems may be asked on this class C amplifier. So in order to solve the problems regarding class C operation, we should know what variety of formulas which are essential in order to solve such type of problem. So some equations discussed for class A amplifier are also applicable here. What I say, some of the equations discussed in class A amplifier are also applied to class B as well as this class C amplifiers. Now I am going to give here only list, because we already discussed how these formulas arised. So power gain. What is the formula for power gain? G is equal to P out divided by P in. This is the formula for power out. Now AC output power. AC output power. What is the formula for AC output? V square out upon what? RL. And this is symbol P out. P out. AC power output symbol is P out, and this is the power. Power is equal to I square RL. Okay. So this is the formula for AC power out. Now maximum AC power, maximum power output, maximum AC output power or power out or simply output power. Symbol is for that P out maximum is equal to what will be the formula? We already derived this in class. MPP square. MPP P square upon 8 RL load resistance. There is one more important formula. DC input power. Input. What will be the notation for that? PDC. And PDC is simply, PDC is equal to VCC into IC. Okay. Now efficiency. Notation is eta. And what is the efficiency? P out upon P in. And percentage efficiency. That is eta is equal to P out upon P in into 100. This is the percentage efficiency. Okay. Now, beside these formulas, we have to see some important formulas which are not studied in class A and class B because there is no tune circuit. Here additional tune circuit is there, and so we have to sometimes problem may be asked on this resonance circuit, that is bandwidth, then duty cycle, then angle of conduction, etc. So we are going to study some important formula beside this formula, and first formula is bandwidth. What is the bandwidth? Bandwidth. What is the bandwidth? Bandwidth BW. Suppose resonant frequency on y-axis there is a gain, and on x-axis there is frequency. This is lower cutoff frequency. Suppose this is maximum. First of all, we have to take A max, maximum power. And when we divide this power by root 2, that is 1 point A max divided by root 2, that is maximum power upon 1.44, we will get the value like this. And here, this is the lower cutoff frequency, and this is the upper cutoff frequency, and this is the resonating frequency. Okay. Upper cutoff frequency and lower cutoff frequency. In between these two, here bandwidth is equal to F2 minus F1. This is the bandwidth. So this distance represents bandwidth. Okay, this is bandwidth. Here F1 is lower cutoff frequency, lower half power frequency, and F2 is upper cutoff or upper half power frequency. And B bandwidth BW is equal to F2 minus F1 is the formula for bandwidth. In this way, bandwidth can be defined. Okay. Remember that half power frequency are identical to the frequency at which voltage gain is, here at this point voltage gain is 0.707, that is maximum. This is the expected time. What I say, half power frequency are identical to the frequencies at which voltage gain equal to 0.707 times the maximum gain. That is, we should have to divide root 2 or 1.4 to this maximum gain. Smaller the bandwidth, narrow, smaller is the bandwidth, narrower the bandwidth of an amplifier. That means what? And higher the bandwidth, then wider the bandwidth of an amplifier. Bandwidth is related to quality factor, and bandwidth, the relation between bandwidth and quality factor is like this. Resonating frequency upon quiescent point. This is the important formula which gives the relation between bandwidth, resonating frequency, and quiescent point. Sometimes problems may be asked on this. Bandwidth is related to quality factor by this relation. Bandwidth is inversely proportional to quality factor. What I say? Bandwidth is inversely proportional to quality factor. As bandwidth is larger, quality factor is smaller, and vice versa. Class C amplifier has quiescent point, Q point is always greater than 10. Okay, 10%. 10. So this means that bandwidth is less than 10% of the resonating frequency. Hence, class C amplifier are narrow band amplifier. Class C amplifier. This is narrow band amplifier. Class C amplifier is also called resonating amplifier or narrow band amplifier. The output of narrow band amplifier is large sinusoidal voltage at resonance with rapid drop of above and below the resonance. Okay. Now, remaining point, that means duty cycle and conduction angle of this C operation or resonating amplifier or narrow band amplifier or class C operational amplifier will be studied in next lecture. Till then we shall stop here. Have a good day. Thank you.